Trying to figure it out, guys. It's my first time, so hopefully it says I done canceled it. So trying to get it to where I can see what's going on. Nope. Well, there's two people. Figuring it out, guys. Figuring it out. This is entertaining. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Learn more. Thank you. Start a poll, cancel creator tools. All right, we're figuring it out, guys. We are figuring it out. 7 people watching. Nice. So I look like the bozo because I don't know what I'm doing. Trying to get it to where, there we go. Look, I think I can see it. There we are. All right, let me see the chat. Hey, yo. Is it working? All right, I can see the chat. This is something I've not done before, so y'all gotta work with me. Mike, the Florida is nice this time of year. How can y'all can see the? Trying to make sure my camera's right where y'all can see. Am I sideways to y'all? Because it's sideways on mine, so yeah, it's bass backwards, ain't it, guys? All right, let me. I'm gonna move you guys around a little bit. Try not to get seasick. I'm gonna move you around a little bit and get my camera to do what it's supposed to do. I promise, guys, I'll get better at this down the road. Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Okay, why do I want that? I don't want that locked. Oh, it wants to be up and down. All right, we're going to take a shortcut. We're going to take you down off of the fancy wall there. Hey, what's happening, Millers? We're going to set you up on a different tripod. Give me a second, guys. Like I said, I'm working this out. Let's set you up on a different tripod and see if we can't get you looking in that way. Apparently, when you go live, the camera has to be vertical and not horizontal. I did not know that. So here we are. Whoops, we're still here. Come on. All right. I was trying to have you guys, you were sideways. I'm looking upside down. I did have you up on the gantry crane to where you were looking down on the table. That's what this live here is going to be about. Is it a build channel, right? So we're going to work on a kit and do some stuff. But let me see if I can't get you set up to where you can see what I'm working on, and then maybe even be able to see me at the same time. Not that you want to see my ugly mug, but let's see what we got here. Let me see what that does. I want to get you out here where you can see what I'm working on. Maybe that'll do it. I'm filming on one camera and looking on, or filming on one device and looking on my other one. There we go. I'm full screen. Kevin or Steven, am I full screen now? Oh, dang it. There we go. Come on. There we go. All right. That any better? You can see my mess on my bed. You weren't supposed to see that, but how's that, guys? Is that better? You can see the table. You see the bench. That's cool. That's cool. All right. So, thank you for going along for the ride. Let me get the gantry out of the way now. Won't need that. But again, what we're trying to do is have a little build night. Not much better. That works. Okay, there we go. I know the light seems to be horrible now, right? I'll get this figured out, I promise, guys. I just didn't realize that with the live that the camera had to be vertical. So I spent an hour getting this gantry all set up and having it where it was looking down and got it all lined up where it was looking at my bench and you could see my hands and everything was going to be perfect. And then none of that worked. So now I've got to step back 3 yards and punt. But anyway, welcome everybody. Thank you guys for both coming on and sticking with me so far. What we're trying to do here is, I touched on it a little bit, is going to do some building, right? We do a lot of stuff. You know, of course, we got the AMC live cast where we talk and we share a lot of stuff and there. But on my personal channel here at Scale Model Outlaw, I noticed I went back over the break. I went back and I started out, showing how I built stuff. Not necessarily that I build better than anybody else or anything like that, or even build right for that matter. But I wanted to get back to that. We're still going to be making the videos where, we're doing the sponsor shout outs and all that. But I felt like, if nothing else, I might be some decent background noise for you guys while you were building. Kind of like the Discords. I think that's what I could relate it to the most, is the Discords, because a lot of times I'll go on the Discords and people are just chatting back and forth. Now, there won't be any guests here. There won't be any of that stuff. It'll be, I'll be talking to you guys in the chat and just kind of hanging out and talking model cars and having fun, really, just doing a little building. Nothing major. We'll go ahead and get right into it. The car I'm going to build, those of you that are familiar, myself and Jason Hanscom host the Saturday night short track group build, and I don't have anything done towards my short track group build. So we're bringing out this Richard Petty car to get it taken care of. Now, what I plan to do on this, for this hour and a half, hour long we decide to go for, when I get done building this at the end of the live, I'm going to put it in the box, put it away, and then the next Sunday when we get back on live, we're going to do it every Sunday, and hopefully it'll be better than starting this one. But I'll pull it back out of the box. So basically, we're going to build it with you guys, right? You can follow along, listen along, whatever it is you want to do. But this one, we're going to start with this one because, like I said, mostly because I haven't been. I'm hosting this, helping to host the Saturday night short track group build, and I haven't done anything as far as my Saturday night short track car goes. So some of y'all might be familiar with this car. It's a really cool kit. I'm coming on a little late. I'm glad you are live today. Nobody's live on Sunday. Thanks for being on. Oh, you're welcome, Steven. I got to work on getting it a little better, and I got to get the announcement out there a little bit better. But yeah, reason I was late. I was supposed to come on at 8 o'clock. I had tapped Mr. Mark Batson, because if you guys know Mr. Mark, he's the circle track king when it comes to knowledge. And I was asking him some questions about that. Unfortunately, he's very sick right now, so we're praying that he gets to feeling better. But so we got talking with him, and then I realized it was 8:15, and I needed to go ahead and go live. So, hey, Jason, welcome to the party, bud. You missed the crap show earlier. Our camera was all wrong. Everything was all wrong. I'm definitely missing the producer. If you guys know from the AMC livecast, Mr. Bruce handles all that technology stuff. And if you were here at the beginning of the show, you know why, because I do not know how to do all that. But with this one, we're going to keep it kind of simple, right? Going to use a couple 3D printed things, and then but mostly it's going to be kit stock. And you're doing good, but thanks, Jason. You weren't. If you were here for the first 5 minutes, you were probably laughing so hard you couldn't talk about it. But we're going to use some 3D printed parts in here. We've got some stuff. We'll open it up and show you. But again, we want to keep this one as pretty basic. It's just kind of like what everybody would do, anybody would do. The 3D motor, probably 3D tires, and the rest of it's going to be pretty much box stock. We do have our scale finishes paints. We're going to use the white primer, the Petty blue, and then the Petty red. and any black will be for our mist surfacer. But always happy to use our scale finishes stuff. Love those guys. They're awesome. So, got the commercial more or less over with. Get that stuff out of the way. Get that out of the way. We're going to set a turntable aside. How many of you guys use a turntable when you're actually working on your stuff? I will, because let me get it out here where you can see. I'll put the margarita up there because I live in Florida, right? Jimmy Buffett is a god in Florida. So, but I will put, if this is the motor, if this is the chassis, and this is the body, I'll spin it around. I'll work on the motor for a little while, and then if I got to let paint dry, glue dry, or whatever, I'll spin it around. Maybe put some more glue or glue something to the chassis or whatever, and then bring the body around. Maybe do some sanding on it. So I don't know if I'm the only one that uses a turntable while they're building, but I really like using a turntable. We will talk about different things that we use products-wise, but again, it's mostly about building, getting stuff down, how I do something. And again, if I do it different than you, I'm not trying to tell you how to do it. I'm just trying to show you what I do. As you can tell, I put some extra pieces in here. How many of y'all do that? There's another good question. How many of y'all do that? Do you put extra pieces? I'd get dizzy. Mark says he'd get dizzy. When I buy extra parts for a kit, I put them in the kit, especially if I know I'm going to go build the kit pretty soon. So let's lay it out. We've got some tires off of a Wes's Model Car Corner Modified, which I really like these tires, but unfortunately they're smooth tread. So I did put them in here, but we're not gonna use those because they're smooth tread. That's an asphalt tire, and we're trying to build a dirt car. Plastic Performance makes these sweet tires and wheels. Probably gonna go with those. Again, Plastic Performance. They offer like Hoosier tread, Goodyear tread, decals. These are really, really nice tires. I've got some 3D stuff that I've picked up along the way that are pretty accurate. I like them. Just not sure if I'm going to use these guys or not. Just a lot of different stuff I threw in this package, or in this box, because every time I'd pick up something dirt at a show or whatever, I would grab it and then I'd throw it into this box. And now I got all this stuff I got to figure out what I'm using, what I'm not using. All right, so there's some more. That's the thing about the Plastic Performance. These are the tires I have. But this is a different tread pattern or a different factory, whether it be Goodyear or Hoosier. There's the body for this little kit. We'll go ahead and open it up. All too often, if you watch my regular part of the channel, regular videos, I don't open anything up because I don't want to lose it. Well, we don't have to worry about losing anything because we're going to build this thing. But check out that dart body, man. It's a pretty cool car. Even got a trunk deck so you can put the fuel tank back there. It's actually got a molded in fuel tank so you can detail that up. Here's the interior. Very race car-ish, as it should be. These kit cars were, by kit cars, I mean these cars were available 1-to-1 scale as kit cars. You could buy a chassis, a rolling chassis, and a ready-to-go, slap your paint on it, put your numbers on it, race car from Chrysler back in the day. The Petties had a lot to do with that. Mr. Mark was giving me some information on how that worked, but they had a guy that worked for them that very much influenced Chrysler into doing these kit car things. Now, they did the Darts, they did a Duster, and they did a Cuda. Now, some of you guys, I haven't done all of my history yet or all my research yet, but I plan to do more to get more information. And that's part of what we're trying to show here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not paying attention to the chat like I should here. The Mark, that Dart, I believe it's a 72 or 73. I know Jason's in the house. Maybe he can tell me. Jason by the grill. It might be a 71. The research doesn't say anywhere on the box what year it is. It could have been a 71. It could have been a 72 or 73. I think in 74 they changed the body over to the Duster looking style, so that could very well be that as well. So I think it's somewhere between, to answer your question, somewhere between 71 and 73. But Klein might know. 71. Thank you, Jason. I thought that's what it was, but I didn't want to stick my thumb out there. But that's part of what I want to go over with while we're building this thing together, is where do you guys do your research? Again, I was talking to Mr. Mark Batson, who is, without a doubt, a awesome resource when it comes to roundy round cars, for sure. Check out that sticker pack, guys. Pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. I have opened this kit up, obviously, and threw pieces and parts in it along the way, but I've never really opened it up. It's even got, what is this, a display? The Richard Petty cutout box. Add glue. Some sort of display box. Check it out. That's pretty cool. Maybe we'll build that first. Can't go wrong, right? It's just cardboard. It says all I got to do is cut it out and glue it together. All right, man. This place is blowing up, guys. I appreciate you giving me the support. Got some learning to do with this. I'm used to great people to bounce off of and tell me to hush up when I need to, so I'll have to try to hear their voices in my ears and not overdo it. Let's open this up. Check this out. The kit came with these 5-slot mag type wheels. I might. But the problem I ran into is every one of the tires that I like, that one kind of fits in there. It's a little sloppy, but it fits in there. The kit came with like NASCAR kit type tires, again, asphalt tires. And I don't want to do that. I want to build the dirt track car. So, what's up, Chuck? I see Horton. What's up, Horton? I've got a bunch of people in there. Jimmy's in here. All right. Let's open this chrome up and see what this looks like. Now, I was talking to Mark, again, the fountain of information that he is, and I would have had assumed that they would have gotten rid of most of the chrome. But Mark said no, that they still use a lot of the factory bumpers. Now, they took all the guts out of the inside of them, and they were just shells of what they used to be. But the chrome can stay. I mean, it's obviously builder's choice, but he said it wouldn't be uncommon to actually see chrome bumpers on them. You might would get rid of the chrome trim around the windshields and all that stuff, he said, but the bumpers would stay. All right, let's see what we got in this bag. This tire and wheel process is, I went kind of crazy with those. All right. It will be your rear leaf spring suspension, some of your front suspension pieces, your header pieces, spindles, calipers with rotors. We'll probably use their calipers and rotors because, like I said, the only thing we're really changing is the tires. So we should be able to get those calipers and rotors in there. Subscribe and give a thumbs up. Thank you, Steven. The roll cage. Obviously there's the roll cage. Pieces of the roll cage. That'll be the roll cage that comes through the front and ties into the front suspension. And then your chassis. If you guys look, that's very NASCAR-ish. If you guys have looked at the NASCARs that are out there, the monograms and the AMTs, these pieces right here are very similar to what's on those. They're also very similar on the Revell what was that? They're over there. I can't think of the name of them. The one, the Darrell Waltrip car, and then there was a Camaro. I can't think of that motorsport, but not AMC. Why is AMC stuck in my brain? But Mark Martin came from that circuit as well. I'm trying to think of the name of it, but there's your door bars, Y bars. Did you all know that the bar that goes on a hoop roll cage that comes down and goes across over to the passenger seat is called a petty bar because the petties were the first ones to use it? I did not know that until I did my research. Yes, smash the like button. ASA, thank you, Jason. See, it's a good thing. It's a good thing those guys still stick around and help me out. Here he is. I'm on my own channel doing my own thing, and he's still bailing me out of trouble. Love you, bro. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, yeah, so we got fuel tank, rear axle. That looks like a Chrysler. Yeah, it might be a Ford. It's hard to say. Looks like a Chrysler, though, because Ford was not that round. I believe that's a Chrysler rear end. Don't hold me to it, but it wouldn't surprise me because, again, these are kit cars that were available through Chrysler. And I was told that a rolling, ready-to-go race car was like $12,000 in the 70s, which would be about, what, $70,000, $80,000 now, $60,000 now? Lots of different pieces and parts. I like to lay everything out. There's the trunk deck. They got some detail in there. I like that. The hood and the trunk deck looks really nice. But I like to lay everything out. Okay, take a good look at it, see if there's anything missing. There's the clear, so we know that's there. I'd lay everything out and make sure that there's nothing missing off the sprues, any loose parts rolling around in the bottom of the box. Some of these kits are a little older. Now, we just showed the glass. You'll notice that I took most of the sprues out, except for out of the plastic, except for the glass. I don't take the glass out until I'm getting ready to install it, or at least mock it up, because I don't want to damage that glass. It's cool that this one came in. How many of us had gotten old, especially the older kits, open it up to find out that a tire laid on it and made it black or did damage to it? Yes, Mark Martin was my driver. He was a good one, that's for sure. He was just a little bitty guy, too. I didn't realize that till later on. He's just a little guy, but they all were like, he was like the toughest guy on the racetrack as far as endurance. I guess he was a exercise nut. And nothing wrong with that. Well, I thought I had put my motor from Josh from VCG Resins right before Christmas was kind enough, and he was literally done, right? He was all done shipping and whatever, and I just kind of reached out to him and asked him if he had one of these available, and he was like, no, I don't. But you know what? He took the extra time right before he went on break, and he made me up one of the VCG small block setups with the 4-barrel, everything I need for this build. And I thought I had put the motor in the box, but clearly I did not. I'm looking now to see where I may have put it. I know it's right here close by, but anyway, so how many of y'all, first thing you do is clip everything off the sprue? Just clip it all off and clean it up. I do not. I like to get the directions and see what the steps are, right? If I take it all off of the sprue, I'll end up losing something, or I'll forget a part number, or I won't be able to match something up. This kit is super, super simple, so it probably wouldn't be much of a deal with this one. But you get into like a detailed Revell kit, or you get into a detailed Tamiya kit, one of those, and you start cutting everything loose, you're going to have a better memory than me to be able to figure it all out. But see, now like this one, the first thing up is part one, putting the motor together. Well, we already said we're going to use Josh's VCG motor, so we can skip that part. And then next up is chassis building. So we can cut the chassis loose and start cleaning it up. A part of, whoops, I just pulled that part off. Look at that. Part of what I like to do, and we'll get better at this, guys. I know it's kind of babbling or whatever, but we'll figure it out. But what I like to do, nippers, I'm going to nip it back here away from the big part of the sprue. I'm going to leave that stub on there, so when I come in, these are my, what I call hack nippers or whatever. That's what cuts the big stuff. And then I come in with my high dollar nippers, and that's when I'll go to trimming it close to the whatever piece it is, whether in this case the chassis. We'll clip those off. But I like to clip off use these to clip them off of the sprue first. So if there's any spring to them or whatever, then you can come in and get it real close, because now I can roll it around and look at it and take just a little bit of sanding work, but you can tell where that used them God hands, there's hardly nothing there. So like I said, I got a pair of cheapy one blade cutters, and then the God hands that we use for the detail stuff. And now we look at everything. Not seeing a lot of flash on here. I can see where I'm going to need a sanding stick to get some of this stuff cleaned up. 24 people watching. Thank you guys. I appreciate it, man. Like I said, we're just trying to figure this thing out and make things happen. And it, like I said, be background noise if nothing else. And hey, if I can teach you something or give you a tip, more power to it. But we all know that I am not the greatest builder there ever was, but I like to grow. So, well, I'd like to be taller, but that's probably never going to happen. But I like to grow in the hobby. So if I can do this, do some research and do this for an hour and entertain you guys, or be the background noise while you're building, so be it. And if you do learn something, great. All right, so again, not a lot of flash on here. I do see some stuff that needs to go. I am a big fan of these little, let's call them sanding twigs. I got these little sanding twigs. Love these things. A lot of people ask, do you wash your bodies before you paint them? Or wash your parts before you paint them? All right, let me make sure I say that right. A lot of people say, do you wash the parts when you take them out of the bag? The answer to that is no. And the reason that I don't is because I know I'm going to be sanding on them. I know I'm going to be cleaning them up. And then once I'm done sanding and getting ready for paint, then yes, I will either use, depending on what it is I'm working on, I will either use soap and water, but a lot of times I will use a automotive product called Clean Prep. And it's designed to get oily fingerprints and that sort of stuff off. Oh, Bruce is here. What's up, Bruce? I needed you earlier, buddy. I needed you earlier. But I got to figure it out on my own. I'm not gonna get any better if I keep relying on somebody else. Now these sanding sticks, where did I get these? I'm trying to remind myself of all the different things that I was going to talk about. These sanding sticks, I'm pretty sure, came from Hobby Lobby. I bought these. They were really cheap. I have had some different ones that worked really well. These work well. They just don't last very long. If you guys use these sanding sticks, you know you always seem to be using one end of them. So I just keep cutting them and cutting them and cutting them until finally there ain't nothing left. But this is a AMT kit, and it's not really bad with flash. But research, that's I talked to you a little bit about talking to Mark before we went live. He gave me some different links, and every model, of course, will be different, but I know we've talked about it on the AMC livecast. Research is so huge. You get an idea of what's going on, what color it should be, what it looked like in the real world. Using our hobby knife for the first time. Everybody got a hobby knife, except for Lucas C. He's not allowed to have a hobby knife. Or no, he got a hobby knife, that's right. But he didn't cut his thumb off. If you guys have never seen Mark Batson's video on that, you got to check it out. That is funny. A hobby knife for Christmas, he said. What's up, bub? Sorry, guys. Should be doing. Who's in charge? I don't know who's in charge of this. I ain't gonna tell you a lie, Bruce. I have no idea who's in charge. Who did I not say hi to? T2, what's up, buddy? Or billboards, hey billboards, Mr. McFarland, Mr. Castro, thank you guys for coming. We just being back noise. But like I said, I needed to get working on this Saturday night short track build anyway. So why not hang out with you guys? But that's part of the plan, so you guys can follow along. Those that might be interested can follow along when I get done tonight. And it will be every Sunday at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it'll probably go for about an hour, hour and a half. Maybe if we're doing some paint or something, it'll run over. But when I get done tonight, I'm going to put this in a little box and put it away. And then won't bring it out till next Sunday. So y'all be able to kind of follow along. I'm thinking that if nothing else, it might help me to actually get something done. I've been working on that AMX for Jason's street machine build, and seems like every time I want to get close to being done, something comes up, and it's self-inflicted. I just keep finding other things I want to add to it or different things I do, and next thing you know, it just turns into a rabbit hole. Look at my homeboys coming in. Did anyone watch videos of? Yeah, I got to see Iceman made a small video. Paul, I think Paul posted up some pictures out there as well. There's a bunch of them out there. It looked like a really cool show. That was one I would have liked to have made. I never made that show. But I heard rumors. I made a comment on Elliot's Scale Effects. He made a nice video. And I made a comment on his, and it sucks that it's leaving or whatever. But he told me that there's a possibility that it might be coming back. Maybe a year or two that some other people are going to pick it up, or other group is going to pick it up. So hopefully they will. Yeah, there was a lot of great builds out there, yeah. Paul's vid was good. Yeah, that's Paul, man. Everything Paul touches turns to gold. That dude's amazing anyway. Y'all send a prayer out for Mr. Mark Batson. He is sick as a dog. He's sick like I was on the 26th. Can't hardly talk. Can't just, woof, praying for him. Well, hey, Miss Boss Lady Brenda, how you doing? Coming in here to check on me, make sure I don't mess nothing up. I appreciate the support, y'all. I really do. It was Jason and Bruce, you guys can relate. It was much like, especially after the screw up, I was much like, well, I might be in there all by myself, but I'll entertain myself. I'm good at that. And I said entertain myself. I didn't say anything else. Behave yourself now. I'm trying. So we talked about this a little bit on the big show, but I don't do resolutions because then I always seem to let myself down. But I have committed to trying to get more content out. And this little thing we're doing here on Sundays is part of that. But how many of y'all have decided to do something different this year to make a change? and see how well it works for you. We should try to change. I mean, it's evolution, right? We all got to do something different every once in a while. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I get that too, but it's always cool to do something new and different. Hey, Donnie, what's up, bud? You better behave, Jason. Boss lady's watching. It don't matter, Jason or not. She's the boss lady. She'll tell everybody to behave themselves. She don't take no crap off no model builders. I can tell you that. Jason told me so. Hey, Josh, what's up, buddy? For some of you guys that weren't here, what we're doing, or what I'm doing, what we're doing now is y'all are in here. It's all of us now. But this is just kind of like a little build night where I'll be working on stuff and hopefully be background noise for you guys while you're working on stuff. And we'll keep the chat open. If anybody's got a question, I'll try to answer them. But my biggest problem is I'm not very good at watching the chat, working on this, and doing everything all at once. Guys, is my video blurry to y'all? I'm looking at my camera showing it nice and clear, but then I look at my phone and it's blurry as all get out. Is it blurry to y'all? Still need to practice using the airbrush. Yeah, it's a little blurry, huh? Uh-oh. Now it's going to be like just like the other night on the show. I'm about to make you all sick from wiping an alcohol pad across your eyes. All right, close your eyes, guys. I don't want to burn your little eyeballs out. Here we go. Let's see if this makes a difference. Let's see what that does. My YouTube lagging. So, see if that made it any better. It might be my link. That does burn when it gets in your eyes like that. Ouch. Comes and goes. It could very well be my interwebs. I use just my Verizon interwebs. I don't have hooked to a computer or anything like that. But that is a little better. It's still a little blurry, but ouch, my guys. I know my eyes, but I watched it too, Bruce. It burns. It burn the baby. Don't burn the baby. Better, yeah. I got a little bit of weather rolling. I think everybody does, right? I know at Florida, I didn't go outside today because they told me it was cold. So I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't go outside. But I got to go outside in the morning because I got to go to work. But Mama came home and she had on a big old coat and everything. She was like, "It's cold out there," so I couldn't tell you. I didn't go outside all day. Sat right here on my butt all day. Enjoyed it. But I worked Saturday and was out there at 5:30 in the morning, and it was cold. I did not want to go to work. Of course, I say cold, and guys like Josh who lives in Oregon and Jason who lives in Minnesota, that's a lot. That's real cold up there, real cold. Somebody was telling me they got like 4 or 5 inches of snow, maybe a foot of snow. I think those guys were in Canada that were telling me that. But anyway, all right. One chassis, more or less cleaned up. That's what's good about primer. If you do miss something and you look real close, it'll tell you where you missed, what you missed. No snow here, but it'll be 40-something tomorrow morning. Well, it was 40-something here this morning. West Virginia getting it rough. Them mountains out there. Got that higher elevation and the weather. No thanks. It's beautiful there in the summertime, though. The fall, too, for that matter. Cold here in Texas, 28 when I got up. When I get up, 28 is cold. 28 is cold. 32 degrees is freezing cold, so 28 is below that. It's terrible up here. Dang, that's, yeah. When they start shutting down the roads, that's when it's cold. Hey, dude, let me know. Billboards, if you do, let me know, man, because Don Garlitz is right down the road from me. And if it's on a weekend, because I work during the week, but if it's on the weekend, man, maybe I can meet you down there. We hang out and go through the museum with you. It's a really, I haven't been to Don Garlitz's place in probably 15, if not 20 years. So it'd be cool to hang out with you and go through and check it out. "28 shorts weather." There you go. Okay, Josh. Now you're just showing off. I couldn't. Like I said, I spent the first 14 years of my life in Vermont. And I have some fond memories of the weather, but yeah, at 53, I don't think I want any part of that junk. Tell you what I didn't look for it, I usually do first. How many of y'all scan the ID number and all that off of your kits? Like where it says Revell or MPCs, sometimes it's on the chassis. Y'all sand that off too? Or is that just a me thing? All right, Josh, thanks for stopping by and checking it out, man. Hope you enjoyed it. We're just, like I said, just trying to hang out and do a little bit of building on a Sunday. We'll be here every Sunday, 8 p.m. till whenever. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till whenever, bud. Love to have you. Thank you. Nope, that way I know what kid it is. Okay, that makes sense. Chuck, you up there in the big part of New York State. Yeah, that's 5 feet of snow. Whew. That shuts some stuff down. But what I was saying is about the, rub off the serial number and the branding and all that. This is the first time I've ever seen it in ink underneath the hood of the car, or underneath the roof of the car. I'd never seen it in ink before. I've seen it stamped in there, but not in ink. That's pretty cool. We'll get rid of that after a while as well. So, according to our directions, our chassis is what we're working on. If you guys remember, we skipped the motor part of it because Josh can't even see it. Look at that. I can see it in the camera now. I'm going to have to work on that. I think it might be the movement part. Is it because I'm moving? Oh, definitely got to work on that. I'll see what I got to do to figure that out. You know what? I might turn it around. Hang on just a second. Hey, what's up, Mr. Jameson? Welcome. We're doing a live stream. First night, so we've kind of got some bugs to work out. In fact, y'all hang on for just a second. I'm going to try something, but might make you a little seasick because I got to take you down off the stand. I'm going to try to turn it around and use these cameras This ought to be fun. Because now I want to know where to set my... It's my connections, Bruce? Nah, I don't doubt that. I'm not going to use... Let's see where I land. You can hear me now, though, can't you? I'll get this figured out, I promise. No, I just turned the light. I see what I'm doing. I'm touching stuff. What I'm trying to... Isn't this fun? Try that. Well, that's a good image there. No. Oh no, I went deaf. I will get this figured out, guys. Haha, he killed the audio. I did. Swipe my finger over it. All right. I'm hearing it's back. Okay. Let's see if I can turn mine up to where I can hear what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't need that. I'll get echo. What am I doing? All right. That better? That looks a little better. You don't want to be looking at myself. Well, you can be looking at the table here. It's magic, Bill. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I had it on the selfie thing. There we go. Look at that. All right. Note to self. Let's not use the selfie side of the camera. Let's use the other side. And also, I should make my bed before I go on live so everybody can see that I don't have a messy bed. Especially if Mr. Jameson's going to come on, because if his lovely wife comes in here, she bragged to me about how she liked how well I kept my stuff organized. And that bed does not look organized, so hopefully she won't be mad at me. If y'all don't know who Mr. Jameson is, Mr. Finishes, the guy behind these awesome paints that we use. Super nice guy. He's on the big show with us. I call it the big shows, the live cast, the AMC live cast, and he's kind enough to give myself a discount code, so y'all can check that out. Go to his website, which is scalefinishes.com. If you guys are familiar with my videos, you've heard this speech before, but we say it every time because we mean it every time. Go to scalefinishes.com, load up your cart with his awesome products. When you get your cart all loaded up, scroll to the bottom, down there in the discount section, put in Outlaw 10, get you a 10% discount on all of their awesome products. And the same way with our good friend Joel from Iceman Collections, which, before we go too far into that, you guys need to know, Mr. Joel is scheduled to be on the AMC live cast this Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys check out that, we'd appreciate it for sure. Mr. Joel from Iceman Collections. He went to the show this past weekend, and I did send him a message to confirm. And he hasn't gotten back to me yet, but I understand why. He's coming home from the show, and he's driving and all that. So I expect to hear from him pretty soon, but he is scheduled to be with us live on the AMC show. And again, same way with Mr. Iceman. Anything 3D printed, dioramas, motors, tires, wheels, full kits. Go check out icemancollections.com. Fill up your cart. In the discount code area, put in a 10% discount. I will tag both of those guys in this if I can. I don't know if I can do that. Used your code the past couple of weeks, and got the master box. That master box is awesome. I got one myself. That is a awesome box. I just saw his new candies. He's got a candies box in. What a great deal! I'm looking at that next. That's on my recover from Christmas. After I recover from spending money at Christmas and taking, well, I didn't take almost 2 weeks off. They gave me almost that, but that's on my list too. If you guys are not subscribed to both Mr. Jameson's or uh, Joel's from Iceman Collection, they both offer newsletters that'll tell you what's coming up, specials that they're running, different different codes that they have, and different, like Mr. Jameson's got that master box and just different specials that they're running. So y'all go check out the newsletter. It doesn't cost anything. It's super informative. All right, looks like we got the frame rubbed out. Yep, definitely going to be shooting from those master boxes are all designed by my wife. She gets all the credit for those. Well, she's doing a great job, Jameson. She's doing a great job. But yeah, definitely looks like I'll be using this angle. Big Sky, what's up, Joe? Big Sky, Big Sky retracts. Big Sky. Let's pass to myself. That's cool. What a turnout, man. Got 21 likes or 21 people, 19 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, man. Again, we're just trying to be here and have some fun and do some building. I never really wanted a build channel, but I did, like I said, I noticed going over my review and looking over my stuff, just trying to go back. And I've gotten away from doing almost any building. I'm doing a lot of updates, but I wasn't really doing any building on here. So I thought, some of the guys that first started watching the channel, that's what they were used to. So maybe it'd be something that other people be interested in. And again, if nothing else, y'all get to listen to me babble for an hour or so. And I know how to babble. You can have that snow. You can have it. I don't want it. I don't like it. It doesn't like me. I don't like the cold at all. Hence why I live in Florida. And it's still cold here, though. You hear them out there in Arizona and whatever. Oh, but it's a dry heat. Yeah, in Florida, it's a wet cold. And I'm here to tell you that's a real thing, man. I mean, it's wet and cold here. It snowed 3 feet of snow. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to go there, but it sucks. The cold weather here sucks. Let me show you. This is the difference between. Let me see if I can show you the camera here. I don't know if it's my lag or what it is, but I wanted to show you. That's the difference in these cheapy sticks. Just been using this. This was new when I first started using it with you guys, and you can see it knocks the sandpaper off. This is the stuff you get from Hobby Lobby. It's cheap, but you see all the white on there. It's where it's just knocked off the paper. They're cheap. They work fine, but be prepared to buy twice as many. Despae and I've got a order of those coming in. Despae makes some really good ones. Ed at Bob's he's got some blue icky. I haven't tried them yet, but I understand that those are very nice and work very well. I probably need to get some of those from him. He's a great guy. He's a mom and pop guy. Definitely enjoy his products. I do have some of the icky sticky paint or icky sticky glues that work very well, so I can only imagine that their sanding sticks would work just as well. Yeah, they don't. They work fine. They just don't last very long. I think that's probably why they're what, $2.99 a piece or something like that. Yeah, literally $2.99 a piece. They just use twice as many. That's all. No big deal. Well, Mr. Chameston, since we got you here, I plan on using your white super primer underneath the Petty Blue. You, with your vast, endless knowledge, would you say that would be a good combination? Oh, boys, dude, the hit that comes quick. I feel you, Jason. I get up at 4:30. Well, that's not true. I wake up at 4:30. I don't actually get out of bed till about quarter till 5. Thanks for stopping by, my brother. I appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed it. And we'll be back again. Of course, I'll talk to you every now and then, but we'll be back again next Sunday, 8 p.m. Hopefully with a little less hiccups than what we had this time. Night, brother. Uh-oh, just got a notification that Frank Steffen did something. Look out. You never know with Frankie. Tub cleaned up. Now it's time to get in the tub. Got awful quiet, didn't I? You can tell when I'm focusing. I don't say nothing. And Jason left me, but I don't blame him. He had to get up early. There's nobody to hold my hand. Bruce is still in here. Maybe he'll hold my hand. He probably won't be on for much longer, guys. I'm like Jason. I got to be up early in the morning, but how many of you guys enjoyed it? Be honest. Hopefully next week I will have the camera thing figured out because it's definitely getting a much better picture. What's up, Leon? Good to see you, brother. Uh, uh, definitely know that I need to come at it from with using the cameras on that part of the phone and not the selfie camera because it seems like it's done a lot better from there. But I'm thinking I might change the angle of the camera. Maybe have it coming from over here, shining down. So you're coming in from that angle. It might be a little better that way. You can see a little bit more. But any suggestions, ideas, guys, what I can do besides the camera troubles to make it better? I'm open for constructive criticism. Anything. I'm going to definitely build this car first and I don't have to worry about when I get up. All right, Bruce. Thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. Go good, Mike. Go work it. Night, Joe. But yeah, I said we're normally going to keep it about 11, for about an hour long. But back what I was saying, I'm definitely going to continue to build this car, but because like I said, I got to do it for my own group build that I haven't even started on a car yet. But if you guys got any suggestions, ideas, things that you'd like to see, um, let me know, man. I can definitely give you my point of view. Again, doesn't mean it's the be's all that ends all, just be the way I do it or what I got. But if you got any questions, let me know. If you want to know different types of sandpaper that I use, whatever, just let me know. I'll be happy to talk to you guys about it. But I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I want to say thank you. Got 22 thumbs up, so that's awesome. 22 to 24 people in here tonight. I didn't expect that many, so thank you guys and gals for all your support. We appreciate it. And next Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to come back to it and keep on working on this thing and probably start getting into a little bit next week with this one. That sent me, which is Josh from VCG Resin, sent me the small block Mopar motor. So maybe next week we'll get onto that, maybe mock that up. I'll show you guys how I mock it up and see if maybe I can teach you something there, or maybe you guys tell me I'm doing it all wrong and I learn something from you guys. All right, man. Again, we appreciate you. Look forward to seeing y'all next week. If you can't be good, then be good at it. Be kind to all others. And as always, keep on modeling. I gotta shut you down. I don't know about that. This is fun because I don't know how to do this. Nope. Cancel it. I definitely need to learn how to operate this better. Close. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Not y'all. I found the off button.